about. Okay. All right. I think we've got pretty much everybody here. We're not going to lock the door, but... All right, so again, bring your palms together. And we inhale through the nose. Take it in slowly. It's a long, deep breath. Take it all the way down to the bottom of your belly. Let your belly expand down and out. Makes room. Fill it in. Like you're pregnant or something. Fill into the rib cage. Fill into the chest. Keep the heart center elevated. You don't want to be slumped over. You want to keep the heart center open. You want to stay open-hearted. Fill into the chest. Fill up through the neck. Neck lock in place. Pull the chin back slightly. Straightens the spine. Under the base of the skull. Breathe in through the top of the head. And exhale through the nose, letting the tension go from the head, the neck, the chest, the rib cage. Pull the navel back. Push it towards the spine. Pull it back into the spine. Empty the lungs completely. And again, inhale deeply down to the navel point, filling the belly, into the rib cage, filling the chest. Shoulders relaxed, neck lock in place, elevated heart center. Fill up through the top of the head, focus at the brow point, point between the eyebrows, top of the nose. And exhale, letting the tension go. Push it all the way out. Pull the navel all the way back. Now we'll inhale deeply to begin. We'll do Om Namo on the first breath. Guru Dev Namo on the second breath. But we kind of draw it out because we're taking this full deep breath. We're going to use the whole thing. So inhale. Deep breath. Again, inhale deeply. One last time. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so today we're going to be working on contentment, how to become contented. I remember as a little kid, they had this TV commercial, milk from contented cows. I don't know if any of you remember. Today, I don't think that's possible, but back then, they didn't have this big factory dynamic going on with livestock and all these other things. The animals got to roam around and do stuff. Now they're like sort of in their own. Well, anyway, that's another thought. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to be working on opening up the energies here in our brain. So it's mainly working on your glandular system, stimulating your glandular system, because in Kundalini Yoga, the idea is your pineal and pituitary glands right here in the center of the brain. The pituitary gland is the master gland of the body. And it regulates a lot of other functions. The pineal gland or pineal gland is there to stimulate the pituitary. Now, Kundalini Yoga the idea is to get the energy flowing, get everything, and get that stimulation so that it enhances your sense of intuition, your sense of knowing, your inner truth. You don't have to have somebody prove anything to you. You have that kind of like internal radar that enables you to just kind of know the truth of the situation. It's sort of like in that movie, A Few Good Men, Tom Cruise, I want the truth. And Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth. Well, for a lot of us, there's a lot of truth in it. We're not willing to face the truth. And in some ways, it's because we've isolated ourselves and aren't able to allow us to feel that cosmic flow, the dynamics of there's an empty space over here next to Mahinder, yes. All right, so we're going to do some warm-ups and then we're going to get into the pituitary gland set. So, first exercise we're going to do is called the spinal flex. So you're going to hold on to your shins and you're going to inhale and roll the hips forward as you elevate the heart center. As you exhale, you just roll back on the hips. Inhale forward, exhale back. Keep the head stable. You're not bobbing the head up and down. You're keeping the head level, fairly level. Keep the shoulders as relaxed as much as possible. You just get that rotation of the hips forward and back. That helps to move the spinal fluid up and down the spine. This helps to energize your entire nervous system, at the same time increasing flexibility of the spinal column, and it goes up through the blood-brain barrier and helps to generate the type of brain waves that are associated with the clarity of thought. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Throughout the class, try to take the breath in and take it down to the navel point. Now, it's not that big orchestrated thing that we did at the beginning of the class, but start getting your navel point engaged in the breath, because that's where your air sacs are, is at the bottom of your lungs. Your navel point is the third chakra, the power center of the body. That's where you generate the energy to help you to get things done. If you need tissues, we have tissues over there. And I don't think they have them back there, but you can always grab some tissue in the bathroom.
They're out. It's out up here.
Oh, it's out. Okay, well, I guess you have to
Get tissue.
Okay. Use your mental focus. Direct the energy of the breath where you're feeling the tension in the spine. As you exhale, let the energy circulate. Let the tension go. Keep the head straight. Neck lock in place. Now focus at the brow point. Powerful breath. Circulate this energy throughout your entire body now. Inhaling, rolling the hips forward. Exhale, rolling the hips back. Don't be shy about breathing. It's good to breathe. You're bringing in prana when you inhale. Prana is life force energy, the life force energy of the universe. It's not the oxygen in the breath. It's the spark within the atom. The blueprint of the universe is right there. That helps to energize, brings that life force energy into your awareness, brings it into your cells. As you exhale, you're exercising the process of apana, the process of elimination. So when you exhale, you're letting stuff go, you're releasing. Learning how to let go is one of the more important things that you need to do. Bring it in, let it go. This elimination process can be physical tension you're releasing, emotional, spiritual, mental, subconscious. On any given level, you might be letting stuff go, but you're not forcing anything. You're allowing the natural process of your body, mind, and spirit to release and let go, and to take in and absorb and let it penetrate more deeply into your consciousness. Okay, inhale, straight spine. Take that full deep breath, filling the belly, let it expand down and out. Into the rib cage, elevated heart center, shoulders relax, fill into the chest, shoulders relax, fill into the neck, neck lock in place, pull the chin back slightly. It's not up and back, it's not down into the chest, it's straight back. Fill up through the neck, up through the top of the head. Inhale some more. You can actually feel like you're expanding out into the energy field around you, your electromagnetic field, your aura. And exhale, letting the tension go. Now, extend the legs out in front of you. Now, depending on your flexibility, we're going to just bend from the hips. We're going to keep the spine straight. You're going to lean the heart center forward. Keep the head in line with the spine. You're not dropping the head down. You're leaning the heart center forward. And coming back up. Inhaling in the upright position. Exhale. Lean forward. When you feel the pressure of the stretch, exhale. Relax into it a little bit deeper. You're not trying to force anything. Then inhale back up. And exhale forward and down. Keep the focus within. Breathe into yourself. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Let that energy of the breath penetrate the areas of tension. When you breathe consciously like this, long and deep, you're not consuming all that energy with this exercise. You're building a surplus of energy. That surplus of energy helps you to shift the electrostatic charge in your muscles so your body can start and your muscles can start letting go of the residual tension, the locked-in tension in the muscles. Now, if you have the flexibility, you can grab the toes, pull on them a little bit as you exhale forward and down. That helps to stretch out that Achilles tendon in the back of your ankle there. Get as much movement as you can. Remember, the spine is straight. Pressing forward. That helps to open up the lower back. If you drop the head down, you're kind of constricting everything. Your proprioceptors are not as aware. Proprioceptors is the body's own internal GPS. It's your ability to touch your fingers together without looking, just like this, or bringing the hands together. If you're doing this, then you might be intoxicated in some way, You know, that's why the police have you do this, or whatever. So you don't want to lose that awareness here. What you're doing is you're stretching the life nerve that runs from the big toe of each foot up the inside of each leg, up each side of the spine. By keeping that life nerve stretched out, you are enabling you to have energy in your nervous system, whether you're 8 or 108. You'll have plenty of energy as long as you consistently keep stretching out this life nerve. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Last few seconds. Inhaling up, exhaling down. The breath is the driving force behind the yoga. The exercises Take that pranic energy of the breath and channel it to various parts of the body depending on whatever exercise we're doing. Inhale deeply, full deep breath. Exhale, lean the heart center down, pressure of the stretch. Now hold on to the toes or the ankle or behind the leg, depending on your flexibility. As you exhale, relax into the stretch. Lean that heart center a little bit deeper into the stretch. Let it relax. You're letting stuff go to get into that position. You're not forcing anything. If you're forcing it, then you're creating pain. You're creating more stress in your body. Now inhale upright, full deep breath. And exhale. Now sit cross-legged. Bring the hands up onto the shoulders. Now I'm getting old. Can't grab my shoulders, but the idea is your fingers are to the front, thumbs to the back. The important thing is to keep the elbows up. So the upper arms are parallel to the ground. Keep the heart center elevated. Keep the head in level-headed now. You're going to inhale and turn and twist the head and torso to the left. Exhale, turn and twist the head and torso to the right. Inhale left and exhale right. Remember to keep that chin tucked slightly. Stay level-headed. If your chin is up, it kinks. It puts a kink at the base of the skull. You want that back of your skull there to kind of feel like it's stretching up so that you have a straight spine up under the base of the skull there. Get that flow of energy continue. Remember to turn the head from shoulder to shoulder as well. If you have trouble with dizziness, keep the eyes closed. Focus at the brow point. Last few seconds. This is the only yogic exercise that lubricates those pads between the vertebrae. Those pads need to stay moist, springy. If they get hard and brittle and crumble, then you got chronic back pain. You can eliminate and avoid all that if you do this on a regular basis. You don't have to sit on the floor to do this. You can sit on a chair, put your both feet on the ground and do it that way as well. Just keep elevating the heart center. Inhale left and exhale right. Inhale to the center. Full deep breath. Relax the arms down. Feel the energy. Keep your focus at the brow, feeling sensations, but your mind can stay focused. You've got to realize your mind is not totally attached to what your body's doing. So you can create a focal point for yourself, even though the body's doing something else. Now exhale, keep your focus, let the tension go. Push the air all the way out. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Now make your hands into loose fists. And you're going to inhale and pull the elbows back. As you exhale, you're going to cross the arms. Inhale and pull back. Exhale, throw your arms up over your shoulders like this. So it's back, cross, back, over, back, cross, back, over. That helps you keep yourself focusing.
Does it matter which arm is on the top when
You
you
can
cross?
alternate, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Back in the day, I would have called this the Charles Barkley yoga. Because he used to use his elbows a lot.
Right.
He's a master of the elbows, and you're basically pulling your elbows back. This helps to move the spinal fluid, the lymph fluid back into the bloodstream underneath the collarbones. This is critical. You have 3 times as much lymph fluid as you have blood. It's that watery stuff. When you cut yourself, you got that red stuff, which is the blood. But you got that watery stuff too. That's the lymph fluid. That's where the body dumps all its junk. The body needs to get that out of its system. It has to get back into the blood system underneath your collarbones. That's the critical. If you get a backed up lymph system, it's like having a backed up toilet. Things get pretty stinky, pretty smelly, pretty complicated. It doesn't allow your immune system to work properly, because if the lymph nodes are clogged, then it doesn't give the proper feedback to the brain as to what viruses and bacteria are in an area, so the brain doesn't know how to manufacture or what to manufacture to fight off the viruses and bacteria. If you have a fully functioning lymph and immune system, you are able to fight off probably 99.9% of the bacteria and viruses in your body. Last few seconds, powerful breath. This also helps to break up that upper body tension in the chest, neck, and shoulder area. That's important too, because we sit so much hunched over keyboards, steering wheels of cars, texting, playing video games. We get a lot of tension in this upper body. When that happens, you cut off the blood supply to the brain. You're going to feel physiologically depressed. It's not a psychological phenomenon. It's a physiological phenomenon. Last few seconds. Keep breathing. Inhale, relax the arms down. Take a full deep breath from the belly up through the chest. Let that energy of the breath penetrate those areas where you feel a new sense of awareness, new sensations in that upper body. Breathe into it. Bring in that fresh air, fresh life energy, life force energy, all the way up through the top of the head. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep the heart center elevated. Shoulders relaxed. Neck lock in place. And exhale, letting the tension go. Release, let it go. Again, inhale deeply into those areas. And exhale, let it go. Push it out. Inhale. And exhale. Now, drop the chin to the chest. Begin slowly rolling the head up around the back. Chin comes high into the air as you're dropping the head all the way back, rolling it down and around as you exhale. Working out, feel the dynamics of the stretch and all these different angles. Again, you're helping to release that locked in tension. It's locked into those neck muscles. Your neck works as probably some of the hardest working muscles in your body, because they got to hold up the heaviest part of the body, the densest part, and it's got to be able to hold it in such a way it can swivel in all these different angles and turn left and turn right, turn up and turn down, angle it at an angle, whatever. It's an amazing architectural phenomenon, the way our neck muscles and neck are constructed to be able to support the skull and the brain. Now, don't be rolling your shoulders around. You just want to isolate it so your shoulders are stable, your heart center's elevated. You're just rolling the head and neck. Because some people can do this, say, oh, I'm really rotating my neck. You know, you want to just focus just on those neck muscles. Try to keep everything else straight. That crackling and popping sensation is not the Rice Krispies you've been eating throughout your entire life. It's the breaking down of mineral deposits that accumulate on the vertebrae. That's important, because if the body doesn't absorb it, it kind of stashes it wherever it can. And so it's good to get it released out of there so you don't get a lot of accumulation. Otherwise, your neck gets so stiff get older. Also, this is stimulating the glands in the throat, base of the skull, center of the brain, helping to stimulate, increase circulation, and helping to balance them out. Now reverse direction. Keep the shoulders stable and relaxed. Keep the heart center elevated. Do this on a regular basis, you probably won't get jowls. You know how people have jowls under their neck, flabby collections of whatever. When you're doing neck exercises like this, and you get that kind of little bit of a frog in your throat, Yogi Bhajan said, like, that stimulation is kick-starting your thyroid gland. So it's okay to cough. You don't have to suppress it. Same way when you're chanting, same kind of thing can happen. You kind of get that frog in your throat because it's a stimulation of the throat. Okay, now inhale to the center. You sit straight, full deep breath. And exhale, letting the tension go. Okay. We're going to start working on the pineal gland. I'm going to shift the music here. Okay, we're going to interlace the fingers right over left for men, left over right for women, and clasp your hands like this. You're going to bring them up over the top of the crown chakra, the top of the head. And in this position, keep the heart center elevated and just gently start pulling and creating pressure, pulling on the hands as you breathe long and deep. Keep the focus at the brow point. The more pressure you put on, the greater the benefit you feel. It's up to you how much you want to challenge yourself here. Breathe into the tension. Keep breathing. Let the breath help you to process the energy, work with the tension. Remember, the breath is the driving force. You're channeling that energy of the breath into various areas here in the brain. Keep the focus at the brow point, point between the eyebrows, top of the nose. Eyes closed. Now it's not behind the head, it's on over the top of the head. There we go. And you're pulling on the hands. Try to get about 2 or 3, 4 inches above the top of the head. Breathe into that wall of tension you've created. Let the energy of the breath penetrate. It'll help you, can energize you to go through the process. We're halfway done. Keep going. Keep breathing. Trying to pull those hands apart, your interlaced fingers. Now the thumbs are not together, they're crossed. Get a grip. Now some of you are in front of your head. You got to have them right over the top of the head. Lift that heart center. Pull back on the elbows. Helps you to keep it in the right place. Less than a minute now. Breathe, breathe. When you're under pressure, if you can continue to breathe long and deep, you can go through almost anything. Our natural reflex is to get panicky and we shallow breathe and we lose all the capacity of all our chakras. When you breathe long and deep, you're using all your chakra energy. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Keep pulling on the hands. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale deeply. Full deep breath. Fill the belly. Into the rib cage. Fill the chest. Up through the neck. Neck lock in place. Inhale up through the top of the head. Inhale some more. Hold the breath. Pull on the hands and apply the root lock. Muscles at the base of the spine, around the tailbone. Squeeze those muscles tight. Pull in the navel, back towards the spine. Hold the breath now. Pressurize. Bring that energy up the spine. Pull on the hands. Focus at the brow point. Exhale. Relax the arms down. Bring the hands into Gyami Mudra. Index finger to the thumb. Relax them down. Just let them rest at the knees. Sit quietly with the elevated heart center. Shoulders relaxed. Neck lock in place. And just allow yourself to feel the flow of energy. Let it circulate. Let the tension go. And continue to breathe long and deep. It's like a gentle breeze coming in, filling you completely. And exhaling out. Same way. Letting stuff go. You don't have to stay in cross-legged position. You can keep your legs out straight if you have difficulty. Lower back is tucked in, straight spine, as if there was a string right here at the crown, right here at the back, where you have a colic in your hair. They pull it up, it just kind of rotates the head a little bit so it straightens that spine under the base of the skull. And just feel the energy. Let it circulate. Let the tension go. Keep breathing long and deep. Not a powerful breath. Keep going. If you keep elevating that heart center, keeping the shoulders relaxed, you have to kind of monitor the shoulders. They tend to tense up without you even thinking about it. You come back to them if you kind of aren't paying attention to keeping the shoulders relaxed. They just automatically seem to tense up on you again. Keep that neck lock in place. 1 more minute now. Keep the breath flowing into the belly, up through the chest, up through the neck, all the way up to the top of the head. And as you exhale, you're letting the tension go. Just explore, be aware. There's no judgment, there's no shame, there's no blame. You're just becoming aware, observing the dynamics of what's going on internally. how the breath flows into these new areas of sensation, how you can release and let go on the exhale. Okay, now inhale and exhale. Okay, now you're going to interlace your fingers into Venus lock again, right over left for men, left over right for ladies. And this time you're going to have the thumbs like this. Okay? And the thumbs will be pressing together as you try to pull the fingers apart. Again, right over the top of the head. Keep the heart center elevated and begin. Breathe powerfully, long and deep. Focused at the brow point, right here.
Thumbs are pressing against the
Yes, thumbs are pressing. The fingers are trying to pull apart. So now your palms are facing down over the top of the head. Your thumbs are pointing toward the back. You're pressing those thumbs together as you try to pull the fingers apart. Remember, some of you still are right here in front of your forehead. Get them up over the head if you can. That's where your crown chakra is. Your crown chakra is your interface with the universe. When your soul came into your body, it came through that soft spot. You know, the fontanelle on a small baby's skull, that opening. That's where the soul came into the body. So you're helping yourself to relate to your soul energy. Now, if you have shoulder problems, I can understand. Do the best you can. Use your common sense. Keep stretching the spine up. Keep lifting that heart center. Keep pulling on the fingers. Keep pressing the thumbs together and focus at the brow point. And breathe long and deep. You're creating that dynamic tension, penetrating areas, that wall of tension, deep stimulation in the center of your brain here. Breathe into it. One more minute. Keep going. As much pressure as you can take, apply it. That's up to you. The more you apply the pressure on the fingers and the thumbs, the greater the benefits you're going to obtain. It's just a question of how much of this energy you can handle and deal with. You know, it's not a one-shot deal. Keep going. Do the best you can. You can always do it again tomorrow. I'll send you a copy. Keep going. Keep breathing. That's the key. Keep breathing. Realize that the breath can help you get through any kind of crisis and pressurized situation. That's what part of the whole dynamic and phenomenon of doing yoga is, that you can keep breathing even though you got all this pressure and tension created. Inhale deeply. Full deep breath into the belly, into the rib cage, into the chest, up through the top of the head. Exhale, push it out. Keep pulling on the hands and pressing the thumbs. One last time. Inhale deeply. Fill the belly into the rib cage, up through the chest, up through the top of the head. Inhale some more. More. Hold the breath now. Squeeze tight that root lock, base of the spine. Pull in the navel. Focus brow point. Focus. Circulate the energy. Exhale. Again, bring the hands down in Gyan Mudra, resting at the knees. And sit quietly as the observer. Let this energy circulate. Let the tension go. As you breathe long and deep, bring that energy into those areas where you're feeling the new sensation, the new awareness, the tingling sensation. Breathe into the tingles. As you exhale, let the tension go. There's a neural circuit that runs from that index finger up to the brain. Your thumb is like your ego. The first finger is your connecting you to the wisdom and knowledge aspect of your brain. Helps you to process, become very knowledgeable. That's why when you meditate, a lot of times people are sitting with their index finger curled to the thumb to create the dynamic of processing the knowledge and the awareness and the wisdom, to how to integrate it. It's a cosmic flow. You're channeling the energy. The other fingers are extended out straight as best you can. Let the face be relaxed. Let the shoulders be relaxed. Let the heart center be elevated. Stay open-hearted. Neck lock in place. Let your jaw hang loose. Continue to breathe in and out through the nose, but keep the jaw hanging loose. We tend to create a lot of tension in that jaw. Keep breathing. Keep going. Focused at the brow point. Every breath goes down to the navel. It's your home base. When you were in the womb, the umbilical cord was your total source of existence. You have a primal connection to that navel point. So when you breathe into that area, you're activating that primal connection. When you had a direct connection with the universal flow, the cosmic flow of the universe. Your mind, your ego wasn't getting in the way at that point. You were just there, existing, benefiting. It's your power center. It's your source of energy. A whole network of nerves fan out from the navel into the rest of the body, so it helps to energize your entire body when you just consistently breathe into the navel point. Now inhale, exhale. Again, interlace those hands into Venus lock. The thumbs are crossed now, just like this, and then you're going to point the index finger. You're going to bring this up over the top of the head, just like this. So you'll be pulling on the fingers, try to separate them, and you're pressing those index fingers together. And again, just breathe long and deep, powerfully. Let the breath help you to process the energy, work with the tension. Focused up at the brow point. Your hands are like antennas and satellite dishes. They transmit and receive energy. Fortunately, there's no thunderstorms, so you're not going to get struck by lightning here, so you don't have to worry about that. So just project, stimulate, create the pressure, breathe into it, let the breath help you to channel that energy. Life force energy, the universal flow of the universe going through your entire system. Keep breathing, keep going. You don't need to stay cross-legged. You can have your legs extended out if you need to. Keep breathing, keep going. Hands up over the top of the head. Focused at the brow point. Inhale deeply. Keep pulling on the hands, pressing those index fingers together. Exhale. Keep the pressure on. Inhale deeply. Fill up all the way to the top of the head, up to your fingertip. Exhale. Push it out. Push it out. Keep the pressure. One last time. Inhale deeply. Fill the belly into the rib cage, into the chest, up through the top of the head. Inhale some more. More. Hold the breath. Again, apply the root lock. Squeeze tight, base of the spine. Pull in the navel. Focus brow point. Pull on the hands. Squeeze those index fingers together. Focus at the brow point. And exhale. Release the tension. Now open the hands wide. Up at 60 degrees, up here, not down here. This is 45. Up here, now begin breath of fire. For those of you who don't know what breath of fire is, it's like a dog panting, except you pull in your tongue and you do it through your nose. Keep the focus at the brow point. Keep that heart center elevated. You're funneling the energy down through the hands, down through the arms, down in through the crown chakra, into your entire being. This totally energizes your entire system, cleanses your blood system. Keep the focus at the brow point. Feel the energy, let it circulate. Keep lifting the heart center. Keep stretching the arms up from the shoulders. You're letting the cosmic flow of the universe flow through you. Open up to it. Keep the focus up at the brow point. One more minute. Keep lifting that heart center. Keep launching yourself up into your higher consciousness. Keep going. Thirty seconds. Inhale deeply, full deep breath, fill the belly. Into the rib cage, into the chest, up through the neck, up through the head. Inhale all the way up through the fingertips. Inhale some more. Stretch. Apply the root lock. Squeeze tight, base of the spine. Pull in the navel. Project up through the top of the head now. Exhale, relax the arms down. Come lying down on your back. Totally relax. Let the tension go, let the energy flow. Just continue to breathe. Let the breath permeate through every pore of your being. Your skin is like a third lung. So from every side, front, back, top, bottom, arms and legs, torso, take in the breath, not just through the nose, through every pore of your being. Bring in this life force energy. As you exhale, just let the tension go. Release it out in all directions. Just let it release. It could be physical tension, emotional tension, spiritual tension, mental tension, subconscious tension, whatever it is. Just whatever's ready to go, just let it go. Let your weight release into the floor. Let the floor do the work. You've already worked hard. You have time to take a break now. Arms at your side, palms facing up. Receptive pose. Bring in that flow of energy from the universe. Let your mind float free. Let yourself free yourself from all. Take a mini vacation now. Just let the tension go, let the energy flow. It's all about allowing and letting. Allow the energy to freely circulate, allow the tension to release and let go. Now inhale deeply. Belly rises towards the ceiling. Fill and permeate every cell of your being with the breath. And exhale, let the tension go. Push the air all the way out. Now inhale, begin wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. This will let me know if any of you have left the building. Some people have not quite responded yet. We might have to get out those electroshock. What are those things called?
Paddles?
Yeah, the paddles that resuscitate. Inhale, begin wiggling, rotating your ankles and your wrists. Rotate your ankles and your wrists. It's just to qualify you if you can chew gum and walk at the same time. And exhale. Now inhale, stretch the arms overhead onto the ground. Stretch out your spine. Stretch. Inhale some more. Point your toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. If there were $1 million there, you could stretch another ½ inch. Stretch, stretch, grow, grow, grow. Exhale, release the tension. Now inhale and begin rubbing the palms of the hands together and soles of the feet together. This helps stimulate your entire. You have meridian flow lines that go from your feet to every one of your major organs. Same thing's going on in your hands, actually going on in your ears too. Exhale, relax the legs and arms down. Now bend one leg at the knee, turn that bent knee over the other leg, do a stretch to the side. Keep the other leg straight. There you go. Keep your foot on the same side. You don't need to cross your leg. Just crossing the knee. Exhale back to the center and do the same thing for the other knee. Turn it over, stretch out your hip. Good way to stretch out the hip. Exhale back to the center. Now inhale, pull both knees into the chest, keep the head and shoulders on the mat. Wrap the hands around the knees and pull them in tight. Inhale into that lower back. Stretch out that lower back. Exhale, back off from the tension. Again, inhale, pull the knees in. Breathe into that lower back. Exhale, back off from the tension. Now gently begin rocking from side to side, sideways. Loosen up that lower back. As a quick tip for you, if you wake up in the morning and your lower back has got a wall of tension across all your lower back, it means your kidneys are kind of tight. So go ahead and get up and drink a couple of big glasses of water and that tension will go away. Now begin rocking forwards and backwards to rock yourself up to a sitting position. Otherwise, you can push yourself up. Okay, we're ready to do this meditation for contentment. Okay. All right. Your left hand is going to be on your heart center, okay? You're going to keep that heart center elevated. You're going to keep the shoulders relaxed, okay? The neck lock will be in place, so you got a straight spine. The right hand is going to be in your face, so to speak. Your fingers are going to be spread. It's up here at the neck level. Fingers are spread wide, and there's tension in the palm and in the fingers. Okay? And that's the mudra. But while you think about that, I'm going to read you the notes that Yogi Bhajan gave for this meditation. Moment to moment. Everything is moment to moment. Your existence, the planet Earth, the moon and the sun, the whole galaxy, and ultimately the two circling energies of creation and destruction that we call God. Be attached to the infinity of God, not to your spiritual teacher, your partner, or your house. How contracted and confined a human can be, and how vast is God's all-pervading essence and joy. Life is a consentive, contained, comprehensive, and coordinated existence of the creative power, God, or whatever you want to call it. What has to happen will happen. Your tomorrow is predetermined. You can change only if you understand that you exist moment to moment. When you bifurcate your life, moment to moment, as an atom is bifurcated into atoms, you become glowing, wise, and holy. When you bow and bow and bow, the entire purity, the nature of God will help you. Opportunities will come. Life will be most contented. Everybody will come to you because everybody wants to be content. A sadhu, which is, I don't know if you know what a sadhu is, like a kind of like a holy man that's wandering around. And a sadhu in great contentment sat in a complete silence under a tree. People who sat beside him felt contentment and peace of mind. Soon 20 people were sitting there, then 100, then 1,000. Someone asked him, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I'm doing nothing. Sunya, zero." The idea is that you just let stuff go. You don't bring your ego into it. The idea, the concept of zero is the embodiment of the infinite consciousness. Because if you divide anything by zero, what do you get, math majors?
Zero.
No. Infinity. The relationship of the diameter of the circle to the circle has in it the formula pi. Everybody loves pi. But that pi is a non-repeating number. They've done with supercomputers, and you computer guys can tell me this. They've used supercomputers to calculate pi out to the millions and billions of places, and it's a non-repeating number. So, that means everybody's social security number is locked into pi. Every license, well, not because some have letters in them. So, but just the whole idea that it's a very all-encompassing principle, and it can be represented, the circle zero. So when you zero yourself out, you're connecting yourself to the infinite, because there is no division between you. Okay? All right. Okay, that's the idea of zero, sunya, deep listening. When you understand zero, the creativity of the universe turns into I lost my foot. When you understand zero, the creativity of it turns it into hundreds and thousands. That is how the universe works. Kundalini, our inner energy, exists to raise our consciousness, to know that in the end, everything is zero. Everything is in the beginning, and in the end is zero. So why are you suffering in between? Because when passion is blinded and controlled by attachment, you lose your basic energy. You are a living orbit of energy that is constantly changing. Your skin, features, organs, and blood circulation are constantly changing. Change is inevitable. We do not recognize it. We feel we are permanent. We leave nothing up to our organic nature, and we forget that the universal flow is continuous. Stop speculating. Your ego and attachments do not serve you. You set up a tent with a lot of stakes, and by noon the next day you can barely pull out your stakes and leave. You put in stakes because you want security from a partner. What about security from the one who created us? You fall in love with Maya, the outward manifestations of creation. What about the one who created the outward manifestations of creation? Have patience, be with God, see yourself and nothing else. Your known and unknown are with you. Okay, so here we go. So your hand is on your heart. This hand is going to be right here with tension, slight tension. Your eyes are closed. And in this process, you're going to begin a breath of fire. Just do the best you can with this. You don't have to stay in cross-legged position. If you need to prop yourself against the wall, do it. Theoretically, you could even do it lying down if you need to. You don't have to have your hand totally away from your body. You can have your elbow kind of relaxed against the rib cage and your hand is just angled up there so you don't create a lot of tension in your leg. Okay. Just mentally repeat this in your mind, this rhythm as you do your breath. Mentally repeat this mantra, HUD. Creative energy. You're not pronouncing it, you're just breathing, but your mental pulse is HUD, HUD, HUD. But you keep the breath of fire going. This is the loving aspect of God consciousness. Heart comes from this word, HUD. So just mentally project that energy as you do the breath of fire. Use your navel point. Pull back sharply, forces the air out. As you relax the diaphragm and navel point, air automatically comes in. One more minute. This is burning out your karmas and impurities. You're coming face to face with your consciousness. Reach the infinite. There is nothing outside of you. All power is in your body. Your finite body has the power and capacity to reach infinity. Feel the energy coming from above you. Give yourself a lift. Work out your nervous system, your muscular system, your existence. Inhale deeply. Inhale. Fill all the way up through the chest, up through the top of the head. Inhale some more. Hold the breath. Tighten the hand. Tighten the spine. Stretch the spine up. Everything turns to steel, your entire body. Hold the breath. Candid fire exhale through the mouth. Release, let it go. Again, inhale deeply, hold the posture. Fill the belly into the rib cage. Fill the chest all the way up through the top of the head. Inhale some more. More. Stretch up the spine. Tighten everything. Hands, arms, legs, chest, back. Candid fire exhale. Again, one last time. Inhale deeply. Inhale some more. Stretch up. Make everything tight like steel. Squeeze out the toxins. Candid fire exhale. Let it release. Now, make your hands like this. Your fingers are together. Your thumbs are like this. In front of your heart center like this. You're going to come up and around. And you begin chanting Hara, 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 Hara. Up and away, not up and away. Up and away. As if you're going forward. We're not going backwards. Go forward. Yeah, there you go. Chant from the navel. Your tongue will automatically come up against your upper palate. That stimulates into your brain. Use your navel. place your hands on your heart center. And just let yourself merge into the infinite, become the zero, the shunya. Elevated heart center, shoulders relax. Feel the cosmic flow within you, the God consciousness. Now inhale deeply, full deep breath. Fill all the way up through the top of the head. Hold the breath and press in at the heart center with your hands. Penetrate deep within. Penetrate deep in. Give yourself, your heart, a big hug with energy here. Exhale, release the tension. Again, inhale deeply, fill the belly into the rib cage, fill the chest. Heart center elevated, shoulders relax. Inhale all the way up through the top of the head. Everything Yogi Bhajan told us, if you can't see God at all, you can't see God at all. So we got to see God within ourselves. If we can't see it anywhere else, we got to see it within ourselves and everything within it. And now press into that heart center. Give yourself a big exhale, release the tension, let the energy flow, push it out. One last time, inhale deeply. Inhale some more. Remember, shoulders relax. Inhale some more. All the way up through the top of the head. Inhale some more. Hold the breath. One last time. Press in at the heart center. And exhale. Just relax the arms down. Sit quietly for a few moments. Become the observer. As an observer, you're just watching, becoming aware without judgment, without shame, without blame, with compassion, because you are experiencing what you're observing. So be aware of the dynamics going through the body, the tingling sensations, the heat, the cold, the aches, the pain, whatever it is, numbness, whatever, throbbing, pulsing. Just be aware. There's no right or wrong answers here. With compassion. Be aware of your emotional state. Again, whether you're happy, sad, calm, content, joyous, inspired, fearful, ecstatic, whatever it is, just be aware. You got to know who you are before you can ever do anything about it. Just be aware with compassion. Be aware of the breath and the heartbeat. When you're not consciously breathing, your breath is consistently happening day in, day out, hour after hour, night and day, year after year. Your heartbeat, the rhythm of your life continues moment to moment. Constant reminder the universe pays attention to you to keep the energy flowing. So just be aware, be again, there's no right or wrong answers. Have compassion for that cosmic flow coming through you every moment. Be aware of your thought patterns. Your thoughts come, your thoughts go. So just see where your mind takes you. Again, there's no right or wrong answers, no judgment, no shame, no blame. With compassion. And as you can observe the dynamics of the body, the emotions, the breath and the heart and the mind, there's a vast part of your consciousness beyond these four dimensions that connect you with the unlimited self, connects you with the immortal self, the undying self, the infinite self, connects you with the cosmic flow of the universe, connects you with the divine influence, however you define that for yourself. So dwell within your soul or spirit without judgment, without shame, without blame, with compassion. These five dimensions all coexist, so consolidate the experience. Integrate it into one complete person of who you are at this moment, without judgment, without shame, without blame, with compassion, body, emotions, breath, mind, and spirit. You're a manifestation of some element of that totality of truth. Sat, the totality of truth. Nam, unique manifestation here and now. Some element of that truth is manifesting. Exhale. Okay, we always end each class with a little song. It embodies why we do the yoga in the first place. So again, just bring your palms together, start on the chest. And inhale. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Inhale deeply. Full deep breath. God bless this earth with peace. God bless this earth with peace. God bless this earth with peace. Stop. If you have any questions, comments, I'll send you links for the music, the meditation, the yoga set,